today's video, I'm going to be explaining the 3 swing planes in golf. No matter what the slight little differences and nuances that you have from player to player, there are only 3 swing types. You've got players that swing above the plane, you've got players that swing below the plane, and you've got players that swing on the plane. And using the impact indicator for the shoulders and alignment aid, I'm going to be giving you a very simple exercise where you can know what you need to be doing to be getting above the plane, also below the plane, and what is the relationship to being on the plane. I'll start off with saying that in the golf swing there are 2 major things that are happening. The shoulders have a rotation where they turn away from the target, and the arms go from below the shoulder indicator to on the same height as the shoulder indicator. Now there's a relationship between the 2. As I turn, it starts lifting gradually. So you can see the more I turn, the more it starts lifting gradually. So there's a relationship to 1 part turn, 1 part lift, turn lift, turn lift, turn lift. So that's the relationship. But now what's happening on the downswing, you've got players that either get into a position whereby the drop is happening faster than the turn. So it starts dropping, but there's very little turn through the ball, and it starts dropping more, and then it starts turning. Shoulders, but the drop is still happening faster than what the shoulders are squaring up. From that position, they get into a stuck position, in a very steep position. In like manner, turn lift, turn lift, turn lift, turn lift. So there's the relationship once again. But now being above the plane, what is happening is the drop is being delayed. So you've got players turning, but the drop is happening very late. And as you can see, I'm coming over the plane. Too much inside. So that's where rhythm, timing, tempo plays such a big part, because the faster I swing one part of my body in relation to the other part, the more I'm going to be either below the plane or I'm going to be too much above the plane. You need to figure out the amount. There's a relationship whereby you know when you swing, and you start keeping the relationship. So if there's 1 part turn and lift, turn and lift, turn and lift, it needs to be drop and turn, drop and turn, drop and turn. That way you're staying on plane. So I'm going to be hitting 3 shots now, 1 being below the plane, a very soft shot, and then you can see the general idea of the club dropping below the plane and the intended shape, also the club being above the plane and the intended shape. The first one I'm going to be doing is with a club below the plane. The club below the plane, very slowly I'll swing back on plane and just get more of a drop than a turn. And as you can see, that ended up about, I'd say, 50 meters left of target. Now I'm going to be turning more and dropping less. And that's about 30 meters right of target. So you can see how those little differences in the swing plane, in rhythm, timing, tempo, can cause you to be above the plane or below the plane. You've got to keep the sequence the same. If the sequence is the same on turn and lift, let's go again. And I try and keep the sequence the same as I swing down. Turn and lift. That's about 5 meters left of target. So just remember that being on plane, there's a sequence when you swing back you've got to maintain the same sequence as you swing down. I'll also be explaining to you that why do certain people tend to get more below the plane stuck, and why do certain people get more above the plane. They just naturally hit that fade shot or cut shot the whole time, and likewise they just naturally tend to draw the shot and play the pull hook shot. Now what is happening in your subconscious, people that get stuck below the plane are guarding the draw, or they're guarding the left side. They don't want to hit the ball left, they don't want to hit the draw. And the more they're guarding the left side, the more they're dropping in below the plane and swinging out. And the more they swing out because they don't want to turn left, they're afraid of the left shot, the more they get stuck, the more this staying shut towards the target line, the more the club is flipping over. People that swing above the plane have the opposite mind map in their subconscious. So they are fighting the fade shot, they are fighting the right side of the course. And what is happening is they are so scared of swinging right, they won't swing right. So what's happening is they tend to swing more left and more left and more left because they don't want the ball to go right. But the more they swing left, as you can see, the more the club comes over the plane, over the top, and that just makes the problem worse. That's why it's so important to clear your mind before you hit the next shot. You cannot be thinking, I'm fighting the draw or I'm fighting the fade, I'm fighting left side of the course, I'm fighting right side of the course. You've got to clear your mind and let everything just unfold naturally. As it was going back, you let it unfold naturally as you swing down. I hope that it assists you. Any more questions, please feel free, log on to the website and post your questions.